So we were born female. Sometimes we're made to feel like that should determine the colors we like, the hobbies we pursue, the school subjects in which we excel, the clothes we wear, the ministries we hold, the traits of our character, the peculiarities of our personalities we display, the dreams we imagine, the futures we envision, and the lives we lead. Yet we look around.
We look around and see we are different. I may seem different, so different. It is annoying and aggravating. It is marvelously, astonishingly, embracingly beautiful.
So the sameness in our sex means what? Being female in and of itself offers us the biological possibility of becoming mothers, but no guarantee that it will actually happen when we want it to or ever. No guarantee that if it happens, that it will happen as we planned, or that we won't be disappointed sometimes in ourselves, or even our children, or their fathers. Yes, becoming a mother will require a partnership with a male, perhaps for a lifetime, perhaps for a few minutes, or something in between.
Becoming a wife is a possibility. It could happen or not. It could last a really long time. It could end before we want it to end, by death, divorce, silence. It could end after we wanted it to, but the courage to leave can take a long time to muster.
We could have careers others see as fabulous, successful, and exciting. We could switch professions more than once. We could find ourselves becoming passionate about work that once was just a job. We could earn money at something that is honorable, but enjoy our hobbies, families, and friends more. We could plug away at paid work all our lives. We could take off paid work for a season of unpaid caretaking for children, parents, other relatives, or people unrelated to us. That season could be short or last our whole adult lives.
But we're not called by God to be female, to be mothers, to be wives, to be careerists, to be havers of it all.
We are called to be God-bearers in the bodies that we have been given, in our case, female. Our status might change, but our call to be God-bearers won't. The fruit of the Spirit are the same for male and female, mother and childless, wife and single, rich and poor. The fruit of the Spirit are the same in every culture, class, and country. In you have a career or a job that pays the bills, or a job that does not pay any bills. The fruit of the Spirit are the same.
And God's Spirit has been upon women since the beginning of time. Then God said, "Let us make humanity in our image, in our likeness." So God created humanity in God's own image, and in the image of God, He created them. Male and female, He created them.
Our sisters, like our brothers, were prophets, judges, parents, tradespeople, mentors, trailblazers, contemplatives, street corner preachers, caretakers of the home, treasurers, deacons and local officers, evangelists, teachers, and yes, apostles. Thank you, Junia.
We find ourselves engaged in the Lord's mission and the movement of the Salvation Army, a spark that started in the ministry of a complicated married couple. She is said to have been the better preacher, though it should not really matter. The Lord gives us a great diversity of gifts, talents, passions, and pursuits within our genders. There are probably more differences within genders than between them. So we confess that at times we have let being women in ministry become a separate affair, with a focus on reinforcing ladylike behavior more than focusing on cultivating Christ-like living.
We have had so many Bible studies with flowers on the cover and one-sentence answers in the pages in between. Cupcake decorating days, scrapbooking all-nighters, chocolate, shopping, and manicure-themed retreats that we have made enjoying these very things feel like a joke. The men have their thousands helping of pancakes, sports, meat eating, and agonizing about being faithful to just one woman. We women have our pink, fluffy bunny Bible study. All of us, men and women, have become caricatures of our gender. We can enjoy all of these things. We can enjoy none of these things. We just cannot afford to be only these things or only against these things.
We worship the Lord who has heard the cries of women who are directed to women's ministries and conclude that they don't fit in with some standard definitions in church and have given up on being angry, but once in a while wonder what it would be like to feel as if there was a place that did fit in at church, because hovering in the periphery is tiring.
We worship a Lord who has heard the cries of women who fit in at flowery, crafty themed events, decorated in shades of pink and purple, that they feel dismissed and belittled by those who do not, who are tired of snide, superior comments from men and from women.
We worship the Lord who has heard the cry of woman, who has been assigned a place in ministry based on their gender, not on their Lord gifting.
We worship a Lord who has, does, and will continue to call women and men and children to be the bearers of God's Spirit in the world.
We will rise to the questions of our time.
Speak to the injustices in our world.
Move the mountain of fear and intimidation.
Shout down the walls that separate and divide.
And to fill the earth with the fragrance of God's love.
Together.
Together.
Together,
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 Together, we will.